He looks like a suspicious fellow. He hasn't attacked me yet, so he could be a friend, I guess. Oh, he stood up. Yep. There could have been loot off there. Had to be sure. Oh wow. Yeah, I always think about, you know, if there's something really obvious in front of you, what is it that the game designers don't want you to see that's in all the other directions? So I did see the big gold the horse, but I actually ran round the back of the building that you come out of when you go up the elevator. Because that's just kind of my way. Pretty sure, like, half of my recording time for all of my videos is just me, like, looking to make sure that I haven't lost anything. And if I see a piece of loot, I have to figure out how to get to it. Dark Souls 1's great for that, having all these pieces of loot where you really have to think your way around the level in ways that you might not instantly say, oh, okay, there's a piece of loot there, you follow the path up, and then you get it. No, Dark Souls, I love the way that it's... To get a piece of loot right in front of you, you might have to walk for a mile. Perfumer Sarong. Oh, I guess these guys are called perfumers then. Wait, that looks a lot like my bubble. Oh, this might be why they had like a 90% damage reduction. Bingo. Love it. I think there was an item called like the Wolf Ring in Dark Souls 1. recording is just like a couple of files instead of thousands of files. Whoa, the floor broke. Yeah, I'm surprised like the original Assassin's Creed sold so well for them to carry on to make it into what they made today. Because like, yeah, the first one is just like really bizarre. But it had such a good like theme, so I can see why it sold well on the theme, but the actual game is just so Billy basic. It is crazy. And then the other Assassin's Creed I just recorded recently is Assassin's Creed 2. And then way back in the day, I'd also played Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, but I never had a recording of it. And I'm trying to get like all my games recorded. Because I got stuck in the MMO loop, where just every day was spent playing MMOs I was subscribed to. And I looked up and I realized that I'd missed 20 years of like good single player games, and so I've put down the MMOs. Oh god, not this guy. Oh god, and he's got a different like weapon setup from the one that I beat before. What? Oh god. Oh god. Oh, got off that burning cart just in time. And I'm dead. I'm so very dead. But yeah, my the account time on my World of Warcraft can be measured only in years. So I decided to oh right, I brought that Dark Souls game that everyone was harping on about like in 2000 and whatever, whenever that came out. I guess I'll go give it a try, and then it's turned out to be amazing. You know, some days you just look up and 20 years have passed. Really? I'm gonna give it a go though, just so I can say that I've done it. You know, I don't know what I'm gonna be missing out on, or you know. Sometimes it's nice to know something that's bad from personal experience rather than to be a person that say, oh yeah, you know, I've heard that's bad, but I didn't give it a go. Like, I want to be one of those guys that I know it's bad and I know exactly why, because I've tried it. That triple attack there. I think I'd need 3 stamina bars in order to soak that. That's gonna need to be rolled, I think. Really, the Capra Demon? Wow. So I've only played Dark Souls 1 once. And Capra Demon was quick for me. I think I got him in 2, 3, or 4 attempts. Because I think what drove me was that I was worried about the extra dogs that are in the room with him. The dogs drove me, after they bit me to death on the first attempt, they drove me to try and move around the room. And then, because I'd moved around the room, I ended up finding the really good stairs. And then while I was on the stairs, it was easy to kill the 2 dogs as they file in, and then sort of fight the guy a bit. It ends up pretty decent. That's actually one of the bosses that I did pretty well at. Happy with my performance. I mean, I'm probably still doing a lot of Dark Souls 1 wrong because, you know, I never look up information and I don't have the manual, so there's still probably a load of stuff I'm doing wrong in Dark Souls 1. Like, for a start, I'm doing the blacksmith wrong in Dark Souls 1 because I never figured it out. But oh my god, I can't target the right guy. It kept on targeting the different plants. So annoying. But yeah, yeah. So I went through the game with just 5 Estus. Now to be fair, it's not a spoiler that you can have more than 5 to me, because that starting bonfire, whenever I rested there, I get 5. But I don't want to know how you like unlock more. But if I ever rest at Firelink Shrine, I got from 5 to 10. And then I got to a point in the game where I rescued someone by giving them their soul back. And then whenever I rest there now in my game, like before I start New Game Plus, I get like 20 Estus while I'm there. So I know there is a way to get more, but I don't know how, but I will figure it out at some point. Like, literally anything can be a spoiler for me though. Like somebody accidentally, really accidentally, it's one of my regulars, he accidentally told me that there's actually a save point in Sen's Fortress. And he feels so bad about telling me that. But I like, as of my playthrough, I beat Sen's Fortress by going from the blacksmith's save point all the way through Sen's Fortress and beating the Iron Golem at the end, all on 5 health flask, and if I died at any point in Sen's Fortress or on the Iron Golem, I'd be all the way back at the blacksmith. Still to this day, I don't know where the save point is in Sen's Fortress, but I do accidentally now know that there is one in there. But I'm looking forward to looking around and finding where I missed it, because I spent so much time in Sen's Fortress, because I had to do it as a mega gauntlet. That's true. So absolutely true. They're all, like, killing all your enemies is the absolute best defense. For reals. I also like the emote of this guy because it's really easy to do and be the guy in the emote. We're almost twinsies, me and him. Yeah, like one of my theories about maybe how you get more of the Estus points, seeing as I saved that lass by giving her soul after she died. My theory is that, you know, maybe I just need to find a firekeeper in more zones to like upgrade it maybe, and maybe that'll do it, because there's one more place where I know it's Anolondo. There's a firekeeper over there that's just like, oh hey, head down the way and you'll get over to the fortress that used to be Gwyn's, and now Guinevere's in it, or Gwendevere, or whatever her name is. I'm terrible with names. Oh, biscuit. Oh, so back in the original year of World of Warcraft, like 2004, I was in a guild with Total Biscuit. Like before he was doing any of the stuff, before he did any of his, you know, famous things. I think that's him. I think that's Total Biscuit. who used to be doing a bit for like Violent Noise Radio, and I was in the Violent Noise Guild. Really dislike this guy's skill set. 3 in a row, I keep on thinking, oh, I'm gonna block this, and then I don't. Because there's 2 guys I always get mixed up: Total Biscuit and a guy called the Escapist. I always get the 2 of them confused, but I'm pretty sure it's Total Biscuit that was doing the Violent Noise Radio. Because there was the American guild that was Violent Noise, and then we had like a European version. Gotcha. Now if I can just get 2 for 2, we'll be alright. Hey. Yeah, he was a bit of a... He was a bit of an ego. Before he'd even done anything. So... I don't even know what he's like after, because I never followed along. Wasn't really my sort of stuff. Like, I ended up in the Violent Noise Guild just because like a friend wanted me to join, rather than... This is a roleplay server, and I'm not really much into roleplay. It's just not my kind of thing. But, you know, this friend of mine that kind of made me join it, he's all like, right, well, you either join a roleplay server and play World of Warcraft with me, or you play it by yourself. And of course, I was not going to do that, because that's no fun, right? You want to play this kind of thing with your friends. But, yeah. Just to be, you know, absolutely clear, like, a lot of people, you know, when they don't want to roleplay and they end up on a roleplay server, they're out to, like, ruin everyone else's good time and like mess with them, but I'm not that kind of guy, so I was just on a roleplay server, not role-playing, rather than being an antagonist. Yeah, I did hear about that, because I remember hearing that it was a little bit ironic that he would always tell people to go get, you know, the C word. And then it happened to him after all that time when, you know, that was his major comeback. Oh, I hope you get this, and then something bad happens to you, and, you know, oof. Shouldn't throw around strong words at people without, you know, thinking about them. But, you know, no one really deserves that to happen to them. But, yeah. Yikes. Perfumer's Talisman. So, I think those are key items. Perfumer's boss. Something different. I mean, a talisman is going to be a talisman. What am I thinking of? Here we go. Raises the potency of perfume items. Okay. Yeah. Like, people in League of Legends, I remember, whenever they open the chat, you know, they have to say some absolutely horrible things to each other. But it's like, it's just a game. Like, people have the most foul things to say to each other when they're anonymous across the internet, I guess. When they're in a certain mindset or a certain age bracket. A talisman depicting a set of perfume bottles. Raises potency of perfume items. There are gardens known only to the perfumers, whether hidden on the fringes of the highlands or obscured by shadows inside caves. The flowers blossom in secret, waiting to impart their scent. think I got a piece of gear of one of them, like a glove that said perfumer's glove. I think that's who these guys are. Oh yeah, we got the Omen Killer the first time we killed that guy. Pretty neat. Let's see if it was a glove. During the middle of combat, so yeah. Oh, here we go. Perfumers Sarong. Yeah, so we're fighting perfumers right now. In times past, the role of perfumer was much respected, a blessed apothecary in the eyes of many. Oh, but we've got this video of you committing the crime. It's just like, well, hold on. I wasn't even there on that day. It's a fake. It's a fake video. I'm being framed. Alright, let's see what we got. Oh, I can hear something already. Oh, and I can target something. Who are we looking at? Oh! I think I know who that is. I think that might be the demi-humans? Yeah, these things. They're called like the servants of the castle down in Castle Morn? If I'm remembering the name right. Yeah, Castle Morn. These guys were the main antagonists down there. I love these guys. Yeah, I saw that. I was just like, damn, the graphics look nice in this game, but also came to the horrific realization that it's the blood. Yeah. I was even able to turn the ray tracing on. Ray tracing quality high. Like maximum was a bit too much, but ray tracing high seems to work alright. Gone through pretty much every grace. Yeah. I love to look around. Yeah, we'll get back on the map page and we'll take a bit of a look around, like a mid-game refresher. Yeah, I absolutely love just looking everywhere for everything. And anywhere that I had where I just like had a really kind of no icons. Oop. Sneaky guy. Anywhere where I had like a real lack of icons, I went and like did a second round of looking around because I couldn't really leave without having a good look. I think one of the most interesting areas is this red zone, but it's so difficult. It is such a difficult zone for me. It's like this jar guy that I got up to, but you have to defeat his minions, and It's like this crazy dragon over here. Crazy dragon over here. The Garang guy, he tried to assault me at one point. And there's this insane thing outside his room. It's just a nasty mean zone. I think of things in levels because I always do MMOs, and I think this zone is just too high level for me. I'm just gonna come back there later. It's all been a lot of fun though. I think content-wise, this is so rich. Like, some of my regulars have said, well, they like the game, but there's repeats of things, and they waited until I'd seen a repeat of like some bosses and things. They you know, that's their main complaint, is that, you know, even if you have a lot of ground to cover, if you have recycled bosses and recycled enemies, that diminishes things a little bit. But I don't even think of it like that, because this is my first run and I'm having so much fun. It doesn't bother me when I see like a familiar boss used again, because I like them all. I think there's some of the bosses in some of the earlier Dark Souls that I wouldn't actually mind if they were alive twice, or if there was a way to like fight them again. You know, just for fun. Not even for rewards. You know, I don't need something to farm. But just the ability to just go, oh, that boss was cool. Let's have another go. Yeah, definitely. It does feel very alive. Like, I really like the NPCs in this one. Like, I have theories that I did Dark Souls 3 wrong, because the NPCs in Dark Souls 3, all of them just like, they had barely anything to say and then they died. So I got a feeling like I did something wrong in the story. But I'll have to see if I ever try a New Game Plus in Dark Souls 3. Ah, damn. Misrolled it. Yeah. I do like that they're all over the place. Like, I think it's a bit weird when there's like a whole monster type that is exclusive to one thing. Because, yeah, they would spread out and live in different areas and, yeah, more realistic. But I can see why they didn't do it in Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, because there's not enough game for there to just repeat everything all the time, everywhere. Whereas this game's so large that there's room to have different nations of certain animals and monsters and things. It's been great.